I'll cuss you out, and then I'll skip away. The duality of bubbly Sarah and I'm gonna rip your head off Sarah is who I am.
She's an aggressive and a strong-minded individual.
Sarah's mean. I don't think Sarah will like me saying that. I don't think she'll take that as a compliment.
I'm a mess of all the human emotions, and I'll just own it. So I grew up in Granger, Indiana. Older brother, then me, then younger sister, and then younger brother. Wrestling is totally like this whole family affair. My older brother started wrestling at school. My younger brother started wrestling, so I was sort of just drugged to all these events. It was 7th grade, and our middle school team didn't have someone small enough to wrestle on the boys wrestling team for like the smallest weight class. They're like, you can give it a go, like if you wanna try, we don't wanna forfeit this weight class, so just don't get pinned. I'm like, okay, I can do this. You might embarrass yourself, you might look like an idiot, you might lose every single thing, but let's just try. Ended up winning my first match, and 20 years later, won the Olympics. You know, I was the only girl on an all-boys team, and we would get anonymous mail sent to us saying really weird, horrible things. Lots of rude comments, athletes, refs, and no other man was experiencing that. Once I started being more and more successful, I noticed a pretty big shift in the wrestling community of like, all right, well, it's game on. They stopped caring about what it looked like or what it was, and they're like, I gotta be on my game to beat this girl.
When she goes for an attack, there is no attack that's used to kill time or that's used to set up another attack. Everything is to score. Everything is to put you out of bounds. Everything is to put you down on the canvas. Sarah is a tough girl, but she's a real tough girl.
It's incredibly grueling. There's not a lot of reward, you know, there's not a lot of fame, there's not a lot of money. It's for the love of the sport.
Sarah has a toughness, and you can feel it. When she puts her hands on somebody, they know she's there.
Today is 1 year since I won this Olympic gold medal. It's so interesting though. It feels absolutely dreamlike, and simultaneously it feels like this is exactly what I was meant for. And it's such crazy to live in those two extremes. For me, it was always, you know, Sarah's always the bridesmaid, never the bride. I remember reading comments like that and feeling that way. You know, I was so close, was right there, and would keep losing. So I've competed in the 2018 World Championships, 2022 World Championships, 2021 World Championships, and 2023 with bronze and silver medals. Still, as a competitor, I felt like every time I looked at those, instead of seeing the accomplishment of getting them, I felt the pain of not getting the gold medal. They made me angry and sad, and they were hard to celebrate. You know, I was so close and would keep losing. And it wasn't even like I was losing because I was getting out wrestled. I was losing because I was choking. It was a really psychological barrier for me.
And that's a real thing, but nobody ever explains why that matters. Pressure creates a fatigue. Pressure will get you tired faster than your opponent. If you go get fatigued, you're going to lose.
I remember leading into 2020 Olympics, I was like a machine. I was so void of any Sarah-ness, you know? Like I was obsessed with being perfect, and I was obsessed with winning gold. And everything has to revolve around that, and that's not real. The semifinals of Tokyo Olympics, I was up 7-0 going into the last 2.5 minutes of the match, and I choked because I got so scared. Don't ruin it. Don't mess up now, Sarah. You're so close. And all those thoughts and all those emotions hit me, and I had no idea how to prepare for them because I had scrubbed them away for the last 3 years. And now they demand to be felt, and I had no tools to handle them. I thought it was weak to feel any emotion. I had a bronze medal at the Olympics, and I remember just feeling so lifeless because I was. There was nothing left of me. All that I thought I consisted of was a gold medal. I remember turning to my coaches and being like, I can't keep doing this. I might have to walk away from this sport and I'll never have won. I'll just have to hang my career on the fact that, you know, I have all these medals and it's something to be proud of, and, you know, you don't need the gold medal. But I found a great sports psychologist, Peter Haberl, in 2022 and started to attack that psychological thing. I had kind of made it the Sarah show in our family, and people had uprooted their lives. So, you know, I carried some pressure in the sense of, gosh, Sarah, you've made this about you for, you know, 10 years now. Like, at least win to give that to them. But Peter taught me, it doesn't matter if you feel like crap or if you're scared. It's so irrelevant. None of that changes going out there and doing what you need to do. And it just allowed me to welcome all the demons and all the wonders and step into the present moment.
It speaks to the mentality that she has. It speaks to the mindset that it takes for all of us wrestlers to get on the mat, for all of us to get up out of bed and put one foot in front of the other.
But let me take you through the 2024 Olympics. I'm like so excited, so pumped. But we get to weigh-ins. I didn't see my opponent. I don't see her anywhere. I'm like, all right, okay, whatever. I get a call about 45 minutes later. She missed weight. You win the Olympics. I'm like, are you sure? It was really strange. I didn't know how to feel.
Won the Olympic gold medal, and there was so much drama and excitement around that. It was massively confusing.
Family was on the way over to the Olympic Village with champagne and croissants. We were about to go do like a whole media trail, and I get a call about 45 minutes later. Just kidding, you need to wrestle tonight. They're bumping up the girl on the other side of the semis, and you have to wrestle her now. And just a flood of emotion.
I mean, they gave her something and then they took it back. There was a rule that none of us knew. It was buried on page 16, section C. We didn't even know it existed. The girl that had lost the night before gets given a gold medal opportunity. Do you understand how much pressure is now on Sarah and is not on the other girl? And I knew what she was going through. I could see it. I knew that emotion. It's called an adrenaline dump.
You have already kind of let your hair down. You're kind of taken off your war helmet. You put your shield away. To have to get back up and get on the battlefield again, not just for a match, but for an Olympic championship.
It was a mess, but Sarah did it.
I truly just wanted to wrestle. And I'm like, wow, I have actually released this obsession with winning. You know, I'm down to wrestle whoever steps on the mat in front of me. And I remember turning my coaches, I'm like, lock in. Shook hands with the girl from Cuba at about 10 o'clock at night. Won the gold medal 6 minutes later. It was truly a dream come true.
I'ma keep winning, winning.
The whole thing was so bizarre, and Sarah dealt with it so well.
Once you go through it, you know, it's in your blood, and you're like, oh my gosh, like, this is electric.
I believe all champions are collectors, and I believe Sarah, having won the gold medal and having seen this opportunity in front of her, is looking to be a collector.
Oh, heck yes, I am so ready. I hear champion, I'm ready to go.
I'ma keep winning, winning.
I'm a competitor, I love winning, but no matter what, win, loss, draw, I love doing this, and I'm gonna go do it and show you who I am as a wrestler and as Sarah.
Tickets are available now. Go to Ticketmaster.com for details.